Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of Buy Box Live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, ready to go. Ready to go. welcome, welcome to Buy Box Live. Um, I don't have anything special today. I always try to have something to do. I have a property to check on. Someone just asked me to check on a property. I'm going to check with them and see, hey, sir, is this property under contract or anything like that? What should I be checking on this property?
You're
Can,
talking about the one I sent?
yeah, yeah. hmm
Oh yeah, it's a new property. It's going to be finished this week. So it's not they haven't finished building it yet. It's going to be finished this week.
Okay,
They told me that it's the only property with a garage in the neighborhood,
okay.
and the seller is open to 10% down. So it's open to seller finance. But I noticed that the agent was a bit too excited. So I think they could be even open to maybe 5%. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, I love that. Agent was a little bit too excited and like, might be able to get away with 5% down. I love that. I love that. Let's do it. 5% down. Okay. So I'm not going to share it on the internet, but I will say this is a sample rendering. They have a sample rendering. This is a new property they're working on. They're building it out. It looks like it's built. And they're asking right now, it's in Florida, they're asking for um, 10% down would be $21,000 because they just dropped the zero at the end to get 10%. $21,000 is not too bad for 10% if they're willing to do that. The drawing, man, they need to update this drawing. But in any case, it has a nice big living room slash dining room. It's got a garage, it looks like, and it's got one, two, three bedrooms. One of them is a large master bedroom, three bedrooms. We could potentially turn this into four bedrooms and maybe five bedrooms. So to me, yeah, I can see it. It works. It works potentially. $21,000 down is kind of high. It's still kind of high. Built brand new built though. Yeah, we could potentially do something with it. Yeah. All right. So I've looked at it. Any other questions related to this property that I just reviewed on the fly, seeing it live? Other questions, other comments, or anything else?
Okay, some comp, and I saw the properties in the neighborhood were a little bit cheaper. They were sold for a little bit cheaper. So
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to check if it would be like a good deal to offer this to an investor. So before I get it under contract, I just wanted to check the numbers before I send it to the agent.
Okay. What are you offering?
I only proposed 10% down, so it was based on the listing price.
You already proposed 10% down.
Yeah, I offered 10%,
Why did you do
and he
that?
said yes.
That's why. That's literally why I'm asking. It's like, yeah, can I pay you too much? Yes, yes, I accept.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
so now you know you're gonna start off next time with 3% down, right?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So my point is, if you start at 10%, they're gonna be like, huh, okay. Well, if they offer 10%, that means they could potentially go up to 15, right? So I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, 10% is too low. Can you do 50%? Nope, nope, can't do 50%. How about 15%? Okay, maybe 40%, 40% down. And so you're sort of working to the middle, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
please, if you're gonna be buying any properties on my behalf or with me or something, please don't start at 10% down. I'd rather you go too high and start at 5% because to me that's still too high down. But you can go back to them and tell them, hey, your partner, assuming you and I are going to buy this property and you're willing to take um, a sensible a sensible amount, um, for, you're willing to take a sensible amount, then yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, you can tell them your partners, looked at the number and was like, yeah, 10% on this property is just not going to work for us. I mean, that's what I would do. They already accepted, fine, but you can let them know you submitted the offer before talking to me because you literally submitted this offer before talking to me. Now you're talking to me
Yeah,
and you're like,
I only talked
like,
with him over the phone. I said that I was going to check with the investor and send the final numbers.
all right,
So I
perfect,
didn't send like the final offer.
perfect.
So he could, yeah.
Yeah, we can do something with 10%. Um, I like the idea that they're building it. We could potentially work with them and buy more of their properties if I can do this for 5% down.
Nice.
Okay, we can potentially work with them on that. Um, when are you going to talk to them next, or when are you going to submit this offer?
He asked me to send like how much I was going to offer as a down payment, the monthly payments. So that, yeah, that would be the next step to send over the numbers. And he was also asking me to send the investors information, so I can send your information if you want.
Just like if I want. By all means, yeah, you can send them my info. When they say info, what kind of info do you know?
He asked for your name and email.
My name and email address.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. 1 second. Grab those for you. In the meantime, I need to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. So I'm over here. I'm gonna bring up a new screen so that you can see pretty much everything on the screen. And allow screen. Line by one slide. Let's see. Okay, so unable to do that. So I'm going to stop. And application window. There you have it, the entire screen, nothing hindering us. And this other thing has been annoying me, so I think I'll just remove it. Just have one screen to share, we're good to go. So in the future, we can get here much more quickly. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so we are live, ladies and gentlemen. And what I will do, I'm also in Discord. I'm gonna go and jump over to the live stream and start a new stream in live stream. All right, so see you all there shortly. Okay. Over here, I'll start a new stream. So you want to wholesale or the buyer. And we'll hit that up. We'll let everybody know. I'm gonna let everybody know. Party is starting. We're good to go. Go ahead and not what I wanted. Where's my hand? I can hear and bring up on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again, Mikael. Haven't seen you, my man. Haven't seen you in a while. What is up? How you doing? Caesar is back with us. Steve Baz is in the house, and Baz has just left. Man, what's up? Chad's joined us as well. Ingla. Is that the right way to say your name? All good. Hello, hello. What's up to my guy? Ashik is in the house as well, ladies and gentlemen. Introduction for Ashik the Great is with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take a look. We are in BuyBox Live. Yeah. Bunch of stuff going on, bunch of different things going on. But what did I have planned for today? Yeah. So we're gonna walk through until somebody raises their hand and comes up and tells me, "Hey, can you help me out with this?" I already helped out someone before this live uh, with a property. Actually, two people, multiple people. I do this around the clock. Everybody, don't be surprised. But yeah, we were chatting before we started this, and just looking at some properties and underwriting, doing some talking about some numbers and what we might be able to buy them for. But I'll mention to you on this live that buyboxlive.com has been updated. It still has the link to watch us on YouTube. But if you're watching me on YouTube, then you're already there, obviously. But if you're in Discord and you happen to want to go back and watch any of these shows that I've done in the past, any calls that I've made, any deals that I've made, I actually made a deal live in St. Louis a couple of weeks back, under contract now, ready to close. Almost, yeah, about ready to close. So that's moving forward. Also, feel free to follow on Instagram. Sometime soon, I'm going to be dropping shorts and stuff like that on IG and on X. Feel free to send an email if you want to. But if you've got questions and you're on YouTube, if you hit those questions, you can click on this button here and ask questions. It says sign in, but you don't need to sign in. Don't need to worry about that. But let me go and make sure that I have this thing up, so that if someone does ask a question on YouTube, because I mean you can ask multiple places on this particular video. I think my YouTube also has it has the comments available, but if for whatever reason that doesn't work, you can also ask questions here. I should be able to see them, so we'll see. And I'm going to drop. Okay, so other stuff that's on there. I got some links. On there, and yeah, pretty much some resources. Leads and numbers, that takes you to the Wholesale Atlas. Sample calls takes you to rapidjv.com. And here it says, hey, you got to pay for this one. This one is free. You can make the call. I think that one goes to Open Phone. So if you don't want to be using your own cell phone, something like that. You need to, or you're remote somewhere, and you don't want to share your phone number. You want to just, you can use Open Phone. Selling your deal, you can go to theatlas.com. So that link takes you there. You can go to theatlas.com to sell your deal, or you can buy properties with me, and that's going to take you to Shared Equity Plan. That talks about what we do here. I buy properties, and if you're willing to find me a nice deal, you could share. If you want cash up front, yeah, I don't like it, but I can do it. But I'd prefer for you to become a buyer with me. Much prefer. So much prefer. So there you have it. What is up, my guy? This guy is asking me stuff. You can't see anything. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. People are telling me you can't see anything. Well, you should do what Ashik just did and literally ping me directly. So let's see. We are live. Yep. So that's BuyBox. Oh, that's right. Because I was sharing screen before, and then this live, I started the live and I didn't reshare my screen. So my apologies there. Buyboxlive.com is the links. Behind the scenes, my guy has been working behind the scenes. He's been working behind the scenes, pressing buttons and not blowing up oil fields. 10% for that new property, or do you, yeah, sir, 5%. You tell them that 10% is too high for me. 5%. And if they really push it, then let me talk to them. Okay? Let me talk to them. Let's see. Who was the person that was looking for a single family in Phoenix? Good question. Good question. Why you found it? Did you find it? That would be Francisco. Joel. Francisco was looking. Let me go ahead and we're basically chatting. You're wondering who am I talking to? I'm chatting in my Discord server, not my server, but we chat in Discord. So I'm going to respond. His name is Francisco. There you have it, sir. Connect, make a deal, get a room. Good luck. Hopefully, you all thank me and tell everybody that I helped you somehow, some way. Talk to someone this weekend. I'm not going to suggest necessarily that you do it, but guess what? This weekend, it was like 6, it was 5 a.m. Someone was like, they had a need, they had two properties, they needed someone to help them underwrite it, blah, blah, blah. Sunday morning, and I'm just like, as everybody know, Sunday morning is actually I go I spend so much time on the weekends. I mean during the week, my Mondays are like Mondays, my Tuesdays are like Mondays, my Wednesdays, my Thursdays, everything are exactly like Monday. This week was the same way. So come Saturday and Sunday, I go into hiding pretty much. But sure enough, somebody found me and asked for some help Sunday morning for them, and it was my veg day, but still I helped them. And sure enough, a day later, they were able to get the property down under contract for the price that they were looking for. And they thought they told me they were going to close in that by the end of the week. So awesome for them. Awesome for them. That is what we're here for. And I don't know if they plan to give me any money for the service and the help I provided. I don't know if they plan to do it. Awesome if they did, but at the very least, please, by all means, tell everybody about it. That's what we're here for. If I'm going to be super helpful for you, tell somebody. Go and tell somebody. Go and tell it on the mountains, over the hills, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into some potential properties. Potential properties. We were looking at the DFW. We were looking at the Dallas Triangle. DFW down to San Antonio, to the right over to Houston. So this is one of the things I was looking at before we started this live. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Now I'm going to use, for today, I'm going to check this out, first of all. And for the few people that are with me, you can do a few things. So I'm going to say, hey, I want to look in Hawaii. Why? Because it's the middle of the day in Hawaii. Thursday, middle of the afternoon. H-I. I want to go to high. Okay, so this is Honolulu, and I know that's Hawaii. That's the main island, I guess. There's a big island over here. This is Maui, but I like smaller locations. That's just the way I roll. So I think if I was looking at this one, this is all the way around here. I think actually it was in Maui that I was gonna try to focus. So I guess I'll do that. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna remove the boundary, draw again. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right around there is perfect. Good enough for me. So what am I looking for? I am looking for properties that sold. On today's live, we're looking for properties that sold, not this high price. I did that because I was trying to eliminate a bunch of things from my list. Looking for properties that sold. Properties that sold. What's the minimum? 50K. Actually, I'll go down to 0 because you never know. But they're sold, right? And my maximum is gonna be. Hmm, do that. Number of beds. Huh. Any is fine to 1.5 million. And I'm going to deselect everything and I'm looking for lots. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for lots that sold. I'm looking for lots that sold. You'll find out soon enough. Okay, okay, okay. Whoa. 0.25 acres for $500,000. That is amazing. That is amazing. This is 82 acres. Wow. That is an awesome deal this person got. That is an awesome deal. I wonder if there's like a volcano, like it's way up in the volcano. Nobody wants to be there. They got 82 acres. Welcome to Buy Box Live, everybody. We're looking at some awesome, awesome, awesome situations here. Okay, this is a square foot lot. Doesn't even have the number of acres. Tiny, tiny. All right, so let's check this one out. Let's check this one out. I'm trying a new strategy. Unimproved land. Condominium for land. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, tell me some information about this land. Exceptional opportunity to build in upcountry Maui. Unit A of such and such. Okay, bought by. Love it. 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 Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to do something else. That is sold properties in this general location. So I'm gonna, oops, not what I wanted. Let's go back to the search, pull up the search. I'm going to save this. Recently sold homes in Maui, in fact. Recently sold homes in Maui. So now we're going to do the same over here. Okay, property's fine. Now I'm going to look for properties for sale. I'm going to be using a new skill, ladies and gentlemen. You get to see unfolded. It looks like we've got a bunch of properties here. This one looks pretty expensive. This one looks pretty hilly, but you could probably stick something in between there. 1.3 acres. Not bad, not bad, not bad. That's why they want $1 million, but at least it's 5 acres. So I guess that's not too bad. I got 37. Oh, that's in my saved properties. What's this? 57 is the result. So I'm going to sort by price. Low to high. Low to high. Because if I can get a really good deal, this is 0.3 acres. I'd have to see the location now. Looks like there's already a road there. Wow, they're basically cutting all these beautiful trees, it looks like. Clearing land as much as possible. At least this one still has some land. This is half an acre. That's fine. Okay, the price keeps going up, but acres. All right, this is not too bad, this one. This is not too bad a view. All right, there you have it. So we've got a match. And this one is going to be for sale in Maui. Oops. Real estate. Let's just make this land. Land for sale in Maui. Perfect. In the meantime, let's check out the stream. Even Caesar's left me. It's you and me, sir. All by ourselves. All good. We're gonna be becoming a billionaire. We're gonna be becoming billionaires. You just watch. Those other people are gonna go back and watch our lives and be like, "Wow, I remember when I was watching that live and I dropped. Too bad. What's up, man?"
You're catching land right now?
Yeah, I saw. I got a brilliant idea. Um, just when I was waking up the other day, either yesterday or something. I was like,
What? Divine intervention, something?
maybe,
You said you were.
maybe
Gotcha. What's the idea? Let's hear it.
you're seeing it unfold, man. I don't need to tell you what my idea is. You can see it. And then, if I tell you, then you're gonna be judging and giving me, responding to what I say. Forget what I say. Just let's see it work in action. We'll see. So
What? You don't like criticism?
I don't need criticism, like it or not. You can criticize all you want. I don't need it.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, let it be
That's what I'm
constructive.
thinking.
Let it be constructive. Continue to be constructive. You want to use this thing that you don't like. This did such and such check. I'm going to I'm going to use this buddy that you don't like. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Don't tell me how. Take your time. Find it. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, and
What? Did ChatGPT do something?
I did exactly what I asked it for. I had to almost yell. Cell phone associated with a solid property, such and such. Perfect. Giving you the raw numbers, no extra instructions. Perfect. 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 Alternative number listed on an active listing. Perfect. All right. And this is the main phone number. So I've got three phone numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I just showed you on Buy Box Live with my guy
How the hell did you got their phone number?
Ashik.
Oh,
I
okay.
used ChatGPT, as you saw. You're like, hey, how did you do it? You saw how I did it.
Let's try it. Let's try it and see if
You saw how
this
I
is the
did it.
correct one. Don't celebrate yet.
I got three numbers. You tell me not to celebrate. If all three are wrong, I won't be surprised, right? Should I be surprised that, as we know, ChatGPT can be wrong? But it's got conviction. It's like totally certain. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm good. I should have said aloha. My apologies. My name is Clinton. I am calling from buyboxlive.com. I am a buyer. I'd like to buy real estate. The reason I'm calling is I'm calling about 101 uh, Elapau uh, Place, Unit A. This was sold by, or at least the buyer on here, it says is Charloma, Cleveland. Okay, so does this ring a bell? You have an agent there named Shalom. Okay. Okay. Cool. Perfect. So that clarifies a few things for me. The reason I was calling is I'm actually getting a property under contract, and I wanted to find out if maybe the buyer who bought this property might be looking for additional property to buy. That'd be awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, go for it. I'm ready. All right. I've got 808-283-9918. My name is Clinton. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Aloha. God is good. God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it. Cell phone number associated with the property is literally the phone number she just gave me. Animated friend, I should have asked her name though. Please, please, please go back to buyboxlive.com and feel free to reach out to me, contact me, text me a message. I will. We buy this property, we sell this property. I'm going to we're gonna be best friends. Gonna be best friends for a while. So what do you think, sir? What do you think about that whole interaction? That whole like start to finish. What just happened? What do you think?
I mean, you're gathering information. That's fine.
Oh man, this guy, this guy. No compliments from this guy. Okay, you know what? Fine, fine. All right, no worries. Sure, I love that. Gathering information
Don't
is right.
pout. It's fine.
Don't pout. I'm not pouting. I'm celebrating internally. You can do what you want. I'm about to call my new best friend. And this is my point, right? Literally, we are doing, you and I, sir, we are doing the work. We're making the calls. We're putting ideas into practice, not being afraid, jumping in to the deep end of the pool and making calls. And other people are like, nope, end of the day, I don't care. I'm going home. Not even going to be on your live. Okay, no worries. Next year, when you come asking me, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's okay, I'll call back. Doesn't have to be right now.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 8082.
Such,
Available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I am calling from buyboxlive.com. I'm looking at a property that just sold at 101 El Powell Place. I'd love to talk with you about it and see if your buyer might be interested in picking up another property, very similar, very close. If you can give me a call back at your convenience, I'd love to talk with you. Thanks. Take care. Oh, okay. That could have been better, but guess what? It was done. Finished. I love this property, man. Now I'm going to save it, adding to my huge list of saved properties. But it's all good. I like that property. And I like that person. I like that call. I like everything about that. Everything except she didn't pick up. I want to say it's a lady with a name like that, but that's the only thing. It would have been awesome. My first call on using this approach. That would have been awesome. All right, but she might call back soon. So we'll take care of that. Keep this open. Go and check the next one. This is real estate. This is for sale. This one is here. I'm gonna keep this. Save this one. Sure. No. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Ashik has gone quiet because he's doing the same thing. This guy, he learns really quickly and he does really quickly. But all good. He's trying to do the same as me and see if he can do it even better and faster is what he's doing. But all good.
We're in a competition.
What competition? We are buddies, we are friends. Our goal is to be successful and in doing so help each other become successful, not necessarily by fighting. So I don't know. I mean, some people say there's the shotgun method, and then there's a sniper method. And you, sir, are a really good sniper. You spend forever doing one thing. So hopefully you get one really good realtor that helps you do this, and I get 10. Thank you. A lot of people have a lot of businesses. AI is going to eat their lunch. Let's go back. I was going to invite more people, but why? Forget about it. Forget about it.
Hi, thank you for calling Realty First. Please leave a message and I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hello, Nathan. My name is Clinton. I am calling from buyboxlive.com about a property at 642 Kauna Lipo Drive. And yeah, so I saw that it was purchased with your help. I wanted to talk with you about that property and maybe one or two others in the location. See if maybe your buyer might be interested in picking up another one. Feel free to give me a call back at your convenience. Again, my name is Clinton. I look forward to speaking with you. Thanks. Aloha. Am I having too much fun? I think I'm having a little too much fun.
Did something good happen?
did something good happen, dude? Right now, my bank account is near zero. I am so glad that it's not exactly zero because they'd be closing it. Something good happened. Which they say, right? Necessity, right? Maybe all of a sudden now I feel the necessity to make a sale like immediately. Maybe that's what's going on. Who knows? So this one, the one I did. This one is 3 acres. These guys are just buying properties. People are buying properties and people are selling properties. I'm like, hey, why? What is going on? This was listing provided. Is this for sale? What's going on? Last checked. It's on Zillow. Why is this on Zillow? Oh, I'm still looking at for sale. Okay, I'm gonna move that out of my way. I don't need that right now. Dun, 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 dun. On BuyBox Live, ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting here trying my best to pronounce these Hawaiian names. This is quite interesting. This is quite interesting. Let's check the chat. I see no messages. And in the meantime, let me go over here and check something else as well. I want to look for anonymous questions in case anybody has any questions. So that's my guy. Responses. I don't see any questions here either. All good. So no questions in Discord. No questions because I got no viewers. But it's okay. It's okay. This is going to be on YouTube. You all can come back and see what it took for me to become that billionaire that I now am. Now that you're watching this video, way in the future, my current future. Okay, I'm gonna make this note. There's questions, and this is gonna go into this check. All right, no questions there. This property I was looking at before someone brought to me. I said, yeah, that looks like a good deal. So I'm not gonna save it. They'll eventually come back to me when they get a yes on it. Well, I'm sure they'll come back. We can buy it. We can buy it. Okay. So I'm not going to follow up there. Just going to look at this next property. Okay. Puapihi. Or is it Puapaihi? I think that's what it is. How many calls have you made so far? Now that you're doing the same thing. Oh, okay, got you. Multiple sources. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hmm,
Although I made a couple of buyer calls today.
nice. Which location, which city, what state, I should say?
My favorite place, Georgia, Atlanta.
You in Georgia, and that is such good sarcasm. I almost got fooled. That place, man, that place has been brutal to you.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can't really do anything if
What do you
it
mean?
gets brutal
Why?
because I have two properties under contract that I have to sell.
You continue to have two properties. You always have two properties on the contract that haven't sold yet in that place.
Yeah, those are the same two ones.
No, it's not. You lost a few properties in the past,
Yeah, can't argue there.
so it can't be the same. But my point is, man, if that place is not working, like I was trying Mississippi, Alabama, all these places because the prices were awesome, and yeah, I was like, you know what? I think I'll just change. And all of a sudden, things happened. St. Louis happened. San Antonio happened. Never know. But I
Your
expect
call has been forwarded
you
to
might be
voicemail.
dropping
The
soon. If
person
so,
you're trying
it's
to
all
reach
good.
is not
We
available.
can
At
catch
the
up.
tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I am calling from buyboxlive.com. Saw that you helped to get a property purchased very recently. I'm looking to talk with you about another property. If you can give me a call at your convenience, I'd appreciate it. Thanks very much. Aloha. Okay, there you have it. Love it. Sergio. Sergio, how you doing? You got any calls that you've been making so far? Any additional calls? I think you said you have to basically do quote the shotgun method. So you got to make multiple calls, multiple calls. You said you made 30 calls already, so I don't know. I guess that's a lot, so it's fine. It's funny, these guys are not picking up. Let me just go back and double check my date, my time here. Should be about midday, or it's everybody at lunch. No, maybe they're just, taking an extra lunch on the island. They'll call me back later this afternoon on a fat tummy because they're full and happy. Just came back from the beach. That's what's going to happen. Love this name. Let's see what you got. Mm-hmm. Primary office appears. Yep. For those of you who are watching this live and like, what? I can't believe he's using ChatGPT like that. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's kind of arcane now that you're looking at this so far in the future, but guess what? This is what we had to do. But this is actually light speed ahead of some of the other tools that other people are using and haven't even caught on to using it this way so far. With good results. So this is the time. Great opportunity. Great opportunity, to be sure. Every year there's a different opportunity. The opportunities change, but right now this is the opportunity using artificial intelligence to help me find these numbers really quickly. I know I can look it up myself, but this helps me find them quickly. But guess what? These agents are not picking up their phones in the middle of the day. When will you pick up? Will you just maybe give me a call back?
Please leave your message for
Please leave a
808-264-1147.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I am calling from buyboxlive.com about a property that was recently purchased with your help. If you can give me a call back at your convenience, I'd really appreciate it. Love to talk with you. Aloha.
I am calling from Vibe.
Okay, perfect. Didn't capture any extra stuff in there. All good, all good.
Why don't you send them a DM?
Right now I'm making calls, and I don't have too many calls to get to, so might as well just keep calling, and then when I'm done, I can go back. I don't know that I will do it, but it's all good. Send people DMs. I like the process of calling. So you're just gonna listen. All good, man. All good. Some people just listen all day because they're focused on other things and not necessarily this business. And then end of the day, they continue to listen to veg. But I cannot judge. I cannot judge. We all do what we can to cope. We all do what we can to cope. This was listed. This was purchased. It's funny, man. If you're gonna list who purchased it, why don't you just put the actual contact information? You already have the contact information for the people who um, listed, who listed it. Why don't you put the contact info for the person who also bought it? Especially if they already have other listings. Maybe I'm calling about their other listing. Right. Try that one. I'm so looking forward to speaking with someone today. Now, maybe this is a sign for people who believe in signs that this is not necessarily the best approach or the best thing to do, but we shall see. Nobody's picking up. And what's interesting is I actually don't need the actual address.
Hi, you get your call with Keller Williams and Allie Realty. I can't get to the phone right now, so please leave your name and your number, and I'll give you a call back as soon as possible. Mahalo.
Hello, my name is Clinton Keynes. I am calling from buyboxlive.com. Calling about a property that was recently purchased with your help. I'd love to talk with you about it and also potentially talk about another property. If you can give me a call back at your convenience. Thank you so much. Take care. Would have liked to redo that one. A couple of things came through. When you are done with the calls, can you go through ComGPT? Let me take a break and do that now. I know that you've been in here. You've been a loyal listener. Other people have not been. It's all good. Let me do it with you right now. So thank you for reminding me about that. Let's see. Looking. Nope, I'm not going to use that property. Let's just pick one from the list. In fact, I'm going to start from the top with just this. This is in Las Vegas, but I'm just going to use this address and see what happens. Make a note here. Okay. People are like, man, I'm not calling that guy back. He's using our words wrong. I hope that's not what's going on. But nobody's picking up anyway. Maybe you've got to have a local number for them to pick up. Perhaps I can just get a local number if I have to. Might do that tomorrow. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm thinking through what's going on today. So, in the meantime, let's go to CompGPT and try this out. First of all, let's go and find comps. Put an address, sir. Pay close attention. Nothing up my sleeves. Nothing in my hat. Simply putting in an address. Will it find it? Yes. Las Vegas. Perfect. Pick from that. Gonna do its thing. While that does that, I'm gonna make another note. Okay, so it finds the pictures. That first one is exactly what I would expect it to have, so it looks like it has the right pictures. And now you can limit what it's going to look for to compare against. This is compgpt.io. It's gonna, right? We're assuming, hey, this is a property. I want to find comps for this property. Now, I don't necessarily do this myself up front. I jump in, as you saw. I make the call. I think I'm good enough now to, make sure that someone is willing and interested in making a deal with me in general, and then I, do the things to figure out what numbers, right? So over time, I guess I've learned to do that now that I know how to do the numbers relatively quickly, and I have tools to help me as well. So with this is a tool that helps me do similar things, finding comps. So generally speaking, if I'm looking for comps, I'm going to go to the location. I'm going to look for very, very locally, like right next door if I can, as close as possible. And lot size has to be pretty similar, okay? Having used this tool and not wanting to have any frustrations, I'm going to allow this tool to do its best to, just because we're on live here, right? I want it to be as successful as possible. But feel free, what you can do, right? Let's say you make, I want it to be very close, right? This one, I haven't found a good reason for the lot size yet, so I just remove that. The size, right? My square feet here, okay, not bad, right? It's gonna go minimum of 1,500, maximum of 29, and that's somewhere, before and after the number for this property, okay? Time frame, again, we really want within 3 months, maximum 12 months, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, just for this live, I'm gonna go ahead and expand it out. Same thing with the distance, we want as close as possible, but same thing, I'm gonna say, let's just go out some. In fact, I'll make it 12 months and 2 miles as opposed to 5. Okay, and then they've already updated this, so if you find any issues with this software or any of the other software provided or produced by the Wholesale Atlas team or the Atlas.com team, same one, then always get back to them and let them know so they can fix it. We got back to them and like, hey, these things are just not working right, so we got back to them and they fixed it. So now looking at the year built, 1962, going to go down to 1942 by default, or as much as 1982. I can change these numbers, but those numbers are fine. We'll stick with those for now, unless I don't get any results, and then I'll expand. Number of beds, number of baths. Minimum of 2, maximum of 10, that works well as well. Exact bedrooms, nope, don't want exact anything. Let's try that, let's see what happens. So, looking up the MLS listings for bought and sold and pending, and looking at doing some filtering and calculating and generating potentially and trying to find some comps. This one's in Las Vegas, so I should find a bunch. Be able to get me at least 3. Next. All right, there you have it. So we got the results. Now what I can do is it says, hey, this has been renovated. So I'm gonna view the info, confirm, yeah, looks like that's been renovated. So I guess I'm going to be comparing two things I can do here, right? I can look at properties that have been renovated and compare against those to see what my ARV is, or I can look at properties before they've been renovated. This is gutted, distressed. Okay? And this one looks very similar to my current property, and this will tell me what my fair market value currently is. Okay? Generally speaking, assuming I get all these other things that match. This says, hey, this property is about 2,400 square feet, about 0.15 acres. It's a 4.2. It sold very recently, a month ago, and it was on market for 56 days. Okay, so that is probably a good potential property to compare to the current value that compared to this property that I could potentially, be doing it for. So let me go back. This is, I think I updated this page today, but let's just double check. This property was listed for $349. This was a while ago, and it says 8 days listed. Now I saw this many days ago, not 8. I put a bunch of X's in here, single. I don't know why. Why did I not like this property? I don't know why. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's not like I'm going to buy it. But I see it is on market for about $350. So guess what? If I was to go with CompGPT and try to figure out what the current price should be, guess what? This one matches somewhere close, and this one was sold for $350. So I really like a scenario where their numbers are not outrageous. Okay, this one built 64, sold a month ago, 4.2 on market for a month, 389. So this one I might compare it again to the current value. So looking at that for this particular property, I can say, wow, their 350 asking is not too bad compared to these other properties that I'm seeing. This 3.1, same thing, not too bad. Okay, but I'm looking for ARV, so I'm going to look for properties once they've been renovated, and I'm going to do the best I can to compare to this property. So this one looks like a ranch. It's 4.2, and does it have brick? Nope, it's not brick. Okay. And this has a lot of pictures, And this is in Las Vegas, so I pretty much know what the back of it is going to look like. A lot of stuff inside. That doesn't mean there's anything necessarily wrong with it. But there you go, just like I expected it to look. Wait, what am I seeing? I love when people show up in pictures and they weren't expecting to. What are you doing at the fence out there, sir? Other people might not have seen that. In this picture, I'm looking for a hidden dog or cat in the corner. This one, same thing. Maybe even a person. I've seen pictures like this where there's someone in the picture and nobody else has noticed it. It's funny to me. All right, so this is just the inside, A lot of pictures of the inside. Okay, but it's to me typical Las Vegas kind of property. Okay, anyway, so as you can see, yeah, so I would compare it. So now what do we do? Now I can say, okay, this property sort of fits, looks good. Same thing. Take a look at these pictures, view it. Show me some pictures. Do we have property pictures? This only has one picture, so I'm not going to use this one as an example. And I think I'm going to ask these guys to put the number of pictures available. Yep. So this one looks very similar inside, but it looks like it hasn't been renovated yet. Right now I'm looking for renovated properties, but again, that was normal. It already showed me normal. Take a look at this one. Bunch of pictures. Outside cleaned up pretty well. Perfect. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Lot size here looks relatively large. 0.2, 0.15, I guess. What was that other thing? 74. Size. We've got a call coming back, so let me check on this. Aloha, this is Clinton.
Hi, Clinton. This is Charlotte Cleveland. I'm returning your call.
Yes, thank you so much. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good. And yourself?
Yeah, what was the question? I'm sorry. What you said at the very end?
Oh, I'm doing well. And yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so the reason for my call is I'm actually a buyer. I buy properties. I currently have a portfolio in Texas. I'm looking to move west. And at the same time, like when I find a property that I like, but I don't want to buy it necessarily for whatever reason, I see if there's anybody else who might be interested in picking it up. And I was looking and I noticed that you were instrumental in helping someone to purchase some land in the area. And so I wanted to chat with you and ask if the buyers that you worked with, if they might be interested in picking up any additional land in the area.
It really depends on where and what and how much. And right now, yeah, it's going to all be dependent on where and the price, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's helpful, right? It's at least it's not like, hey, this person, they just wanted to buy one piece of land and that's it. It sounds like, let's say, are they like a builder or something like that?
They're in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's super helpful. That's pretty much all I wanted to check on, because I really hate to get into a situation where I like to be a problem solver, a solution provider, and I hate to get into that position where someone's like, thanks for having the conversation. I realize that you know I, you don't want to buy this property or something. Do you know anyone else? I'm like, I hate to be like, thanks for having this great conversation with me, but I can't help you.
Right, right. So you're living where? Where did you say you're living?
Well, I didn't say that, but I'm living near a beach on another island, literally on the opposite side from you. I'm in Africa actually, but I spent quite a lot of time in all kinds of different places in America, and right now I've got properties in Texas, and actually I'm about to buy another property. I was going to say, about to buy another property in St. Louis, so I'm buying properties pretty much everywhere.
What's your last name, Clinton?
My name is Keynes. I'll send you my information via text if this works.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can just send me a little bit more information, maybe via text, email, that would be helpful just because I clearly like to know who I'm working with and talking to.
Sure, no worries. Yeah, I also buy properties. I have multiple different websites, but one of the other ones that tends to get people chuckling is called crazyhouseguy.com. So feel free to check that out as well. Um, but yeah, I really like to buy properties with some of my compadres. We buy properties together, and that website we use the sharedequityplan.com. But yeah, feel free to check me out, and I'll send you all this information in text. But this doesn't, trust me, this doesn't have to be the only conversation. We can talk every day if you want.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. So let me ask you one question. I know I signed off. I might have signed off by saying aloha, but should I have actually said mahalo?
It doesn't matter why.
No, because
That's just,
I'm like I said, like I'm learning the area.
where is that?
What was that?
Where's your accent from?
I was born in the Caribbean. So like,
And where in Africa, what country in Africa are you living in?
well, I never say that because I'm literally on buyboxlive.com where we're having this conversation on YouTube. So I don't tell anybody on social media where I am at any given point. Um, but yeah, I spent a ton of time in Boston. I grew up in
Wait a minute.
Boston.
Am I like on social? Am I like on YouTube? You said what is going on?
Yeah, so I'm talking to some of my friends who we also buy properties together. Um, but yeah, so right now I've got Sergio and Larry is hearing our conversation. So don't tell me anything private. I'm not telling you anything private. Same thing.
Okay.
Yep, it's all good. But like I said, I will
Okay.
send you
Well,
my
you know, why don't
information,
you?
and you can even you can even listen to this conversation and just see how I do it. What I'm doing is, you know, um, I don't necessarily tell what my bank account is, but I want people to recognize that in this business, it's all about relationships and having the conversation and never being afraid to have the conversation with someone, right? It's all about bringing a solution to someone. Like in your case, you've got buyers who want to find an awesome property, and if they do, then you get paid, you know? And I'm a buyer. If you bring me a property and I buy from you, you get paid, I get paid, and so we're just humans having a good conversation. So the people I talk to and try to help them see that they shouldn't be afraid to, oh no, it's an agent, I don't know what to say. Like literally just having a conversation, it's okay.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's all about, I'm not trying to get anything for free. I recognize that you would expect to get a commission if we were to do a deal together, and I hope that we can do many deals together in the future. So it's all good.
Okay, then. Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Well, like I said, I will follow up and send you my information. And yeah, let's talk again maybe next week or something once you've gotten a chance to check into me. And since I'll be sending this to you privately, I can add more information than I generally would on social on a call. But yeah, you can definitely see that I'm a real person over here and really buying properties and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, thank you for the call. Aloha.
Okay, aloha. Take care. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that could have gone left really quickly, but it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's a private conversation. It's a simple conversation with someone on the other end who they're just trying to live their life. You're trying to live yours. You're trying to make a deal. You're trying to make some money here and there. Have a little bit of fun doing it. So that's a pretty awesome call. Thank you so much for that call, and thanks for responding. But yeah, check me out on buyboxlive.com. So in the meantime, if you'll give me a second, I will follow up. Let's just go to my. So what am I going to use? One of my tools. 1, 2, 3. Go buyboxlive.com. Buyboxlive.com, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, what were we looking at? Yep, looking at that property. Did I make the call? I don't know. I'll have to check on that. But in the meantime, please stand by. Whoops, not that one. Where is my? This one over. Go to buyboxlive.com. Put it in there. Back into the lab. Know what I mean? Buyboxlive.com, ladies and gentlemen. Buyboxlive.com. So, any feedback? Any feedback for me? What do you all think? What do you all think? Was that a good conversation? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I am all about us getting rich together, or at least sustaining. I sell a property that I have, and you get paid because you helped me do it. I buy a property that I need, and you get paid because you helped me do it. Either way, all good. All good, all good, all good. So, thank you very much. Great conversation. Thank you, everybody, for. Yeah. No. Thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. No. Sit down. Sit down. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let me go and send a quick message. All right. Come on now. Come on up. Do I have to refresh my page? Yes, you must refresh your page, sir. Oh, and by the way, that's why it's super important, right? If you're going to have these conversations, some people, you're recording people's conversations or your conversation with someone, and you don't let them know. Like, come on, why would you do that? I definitely. What's going on? I definitely let people know we are on Buy Box Live. Okay, just show me what I need to see. If I go to this other page, I'm gonna see it, I'm sure. So pull that up. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. What a number. What a number I just saw. So, a little bit of lull in the conversation. What's up? What is up? Larry, what's going on with you? I saw that you said hello. Well, thank you for joining me today. Need anything? Making any calls? Reaching out to anyone? Sergio is been very productive today. He's just listening in. All good. In the meantime, I want to get back to the spot. This call. Okay. Yeah, this was one of my first calls today. Call from interested in discussing. Okay. I'll get my contact info. The property owner has. Okay, I told them about that. Okay. So I will share this. Yeah, that's a private. That's a private message that I will share. Why not? And I will check this out as well. So we'll get back to this. Perfect. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning Mhm. All right. So right now I'm just writing up a quick email, text message, I guess. So okay, and what else? Let's go and take a look. My responses. Nope, not that one. This one. Okay. And all right, there you have it. Awesome, awesome message. It's my contact. Mhm. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna make a copy of that because that was an awesome message. So all good. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. That was an awesome message. Thank you so much for calling. So I'm gonna make a note. Right here, this was this number. I spelled it wrong. Okay, that works. And where do I have it? Press. I think this was the one. Man, long period of time, but if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it right. I want to do it right, so my apologies for taking a little while. Hopefully you were able to take a break, find get a cup of tea or coffee or water or something else. Not nutritional advice, but one would hope that you drink water, a lot of water. Which reminds me, I've got water next to me. Let's drink. Let's drink some water to that. That was an awesome call, awesome connection, awesome idea. Awesome, awesome, awesome all around. So let's see what else is new. Okay, so Larry's just starting out. To do starting out, is it to jump in or go through all the videos in YouTube? I don't know who has videos on YouTube, but I will tell you so that I have some awesome videos on BuyBox Live. And to Sergio's point, if you use thewholesaleatlas.com, then if you're thinking about investing on a paid plan, yeah, you can do that. Would it be good for me to use ChatGPT, not GOT, but ChatGPT or XLeads, etc.? In my personal opinion, not financial advice, I really like thewholesaleatlas.com. And you might have seen me, I don't know when you came in, but you might have seen me use ChatGPT relatively effectively. Relatively effectively. So where was it? Where are you? Right here. Yeah. So I was looking for agents. I had to find me the agent numbers. So you can use it for all kinds of things. You could even ask it to help you find, properties, help you underwrite properties, stuff like that. Obviously, it keeps getting better. But yeah, I like to use thewholesaleatlas.com. Helps me find good properties, find underwrite properties as well. The calculator in there, like literally, I can put the numbers in here. I can select seller financing if I want to make a seller financing offer, like I did. Ooh, what was I going to do with this one? I don't know where this one came from. I guess I was just looking at. I think this is the one with the paint. We were looking at that one. But you can also use lead gen. And let's say we pick a city, California. Prices are just super high in California. And if I'm gonna, do high prices, I might as well go to Hawaii. I love islands. Columbus, Georgia. So yeah, so I can use lead gen as well. But let me finish out this Comp GPT. My apologies, Sergio. I know you asked. So I selected. We got interrupted by an awesome call, so it's all good. So I'm looking for the renovation And this one sold for very little, but it's a good match. It's very close. This sold 12 months ago. Okay, so the 12 months ago thing, I think for that reason, I'm out. I need properties sold very recently. So this one sold a month ago. It's renovated, and it is very close by. I think. Where was it? Close by. What was the address? Did it show me miles away? Where was this? Okay, all of these things, but does it tell me how close? Yeah, the distance, 0.7 miles. So this is not too bad. This one, the reason I dropped it out is because it sold a year ago. And this one, wow, it was on market. No, it couldn't have been on market for that many days. Are you kidding me? Wow, I don't know that that's accurate. Over 2,000, almost 2,300 days. Like one tick off of 2,300 days on market. Sold last year. Wow, and it was already renovated. No, I don't know. Something's wrong there. But this one says sold a month ago, and not too far away. So I'm gonna select that one, right? This one also not too far away, less than a mile. 23 days on market, 6 months ago. You could probably find a better one. This one, now we're getting up there in price in the miles. So I guess as you go lower down, it's further away. No, not the same because this one's not too far down. 3 months ago, that's in. No, but this is before it's renovated. Right? Let me just double check. No, this looks pretty clean. Doesn't have too many pictures, but it looks like it's renovated. So we'll include that one. And then this one is kind of far away, but this is a 3-4. This is a 3-2. Funny enough, but it's fine. I'll keep it in there. And then let's go and look at it. One more. No days on market. Wow. They're like, hey, I'm trying to sell this property, please. Sold. It's like, what? Within a mile, it's renovated. We'll select it. Perfect. All right. So we've selected these properties. We needed at least 3 selected. I think we've got 1, 2, 3 selected. And now we can go ahead and get report. Now, if you don't have any credits, it's going to ask you to get some credits. But I love the fact that it did it really quickly and got me some results. So now what it is telling me is, according to this, my comps are like at least 450, somewhere around 450. Okay, my ARV once it's been renovated is almost $500,000. Okay, Sergio, there you have it. There you have it. Now I can get into a couple of details here. Okay, the next thing that we see on this list is I can estimate my repair costs, or I can just leave it here. Right? I can say, well, my estimated, I think my repair costs are going to be, I don't know if this is cost per square foot, maybe less than that. It cost me this much. So the renovation, maybe it's going to cost me 50,000, whatever that number is. I want my wholesale fee. Let's say this is 15,000. You can change that to 10 or 5 or whatever you're willing to accept for the sale. Or you can say, hey, my maximum allowable offer is, this is basically for your seller, right? Your seller is going to say, not your seller, your buyer. Your buyer is going to say, hey, whatever the renovation costs are, this is very important. Whatever the ARV is, minus my renovation cost, minus your fee for bringing me this deal, I need to make a profit as well. So take all of those things and then we typically do 70% so that they can make 30% after they've spent their 54, 55K in this case. They want to make 70%. Okay. Now, if it turns out that you think the renovation costs are going to be lower than that, you can drop this down, right? Change it to cost per square foot to fixed. You can change that a little bit. Okay, so let's go in the middle. $15 per square foot, 30,000, 33,000. Wholesale fee, we'll keep that. And they're like, nope, I want 40% once this. Okay, fine. I guess we'll try to see if we can get this to 40%. Now, what does this tell you? Pretty much, this is what we do manually, by the way, right? We would go to Zillow or some other tool like that. We would go through this process. And then we do these numbers. We'd find the ARV, whatever we think the ARV is, try to add or subtract, in this case, the repair cost, a wholesale cost. By the time we're done, we're like, okay, we need to make sure we're 60% or 70% is the typical. We want to do 70% below the ARV. And that's the price that the buyer will pay. For this property that's currently listed, what was it listed for? I don't even remember. I guess it was over here. Nope. I don't remember. I don't remember where it was. There it is, in the middle. Okay, it's listed for $350. Yep, now I remember. It's listed for $350. Where would I see that on this page? I don't see it. So I will ask these guys to do that because I shouldn't have to go hunting for this. I'm already on the page. You already have all the information. The other information you don't have is comp GPT show listing price. All right, that was one thing that we need to add, and then there's something else. If I remember correctly, I'll find it down here. I think they already have that. So the location, how far away it was. So that was the other one. Okay. And like I said, you find any issues, you let them know. Hey, can you fix this? And then here it shows there's a nice map. Your subject property is in red. Your selected comps is right next to it. Not too bad. Now, what I love about this is it's showing that this is on the same side of the highway. Love it. Love it. Not very far away at all. That's almost a perfect comp. Now this one is on the other side of the highway. This one down here for 490. These other two, that tells me that maybe my number here is actually the 495 one. That's not going to be correct. The other one's probably better. Okay, so that's awesome. I can even zoom out a little bit. That is pretty good. Pretty good. This tool is getting better by the day, by the minute. This is getting better. So if anything, I would have dropped out this 490. And so my ARV is probably closer to 450. Okay, so I'm going to say, yep, I noticed my comp was kind of wrong. So I'm going to drop this down to maybe 445, something like that. Okay, this is based on me looking at the map and where my comps actually ended up. So now I'm like, well, I'm going to drop this one down to all the other ones, and I'm going to say my ARV is actually about 450. And so now this tells me, oh, nice and easy. Again, these calculators, they're just helping me get to this number faster. I can do this on my own, but it's helping me get to this number faster. So my sale price for this buyer, right, they should buy this after I get my assignment. They should buy this for $278. Which means I need to buy it for $263. So now I go back to the seller and I'm like, hey, I see that you wanted to buy this you wanted to sell this property for $349, right? For $350, $349,990, but $350. But it's going to need renovations. That's why I guess it's been on market for a long time. Because this I know this says 8 days, but again, it's been a whole lot more than that. And I realize that that's what you want, but I could really buy this for cash based on the ARV. They're gonna be like, yeah, you can get like, 500,000 for it. I'm like, yeah, I understand, but based on these other comps, it's actually less than that. It's probably 450, maybe even less. I have to be conservative. I really can't buy this property for less than, for more than 263. Even if I pushed it, right? 330. It's still lower than your asking price. I can't do it. And that's pushing it too high. Nobody's gonna my fix and flippers, they're gonna laugh at me if I bring this deal to them. They'd prefer I bring this for 220. Can we do 220? Can we get a deal? How's the roof? How's the roof doing? Is the roof? Oh, I gotta replace the roof. How the gutters? Gotta replace those. Gotta fix the windows. All this stuff. So you can update these as well and select all the things that are needed, and then you can say, hey, check the updates. Get a new estimate. All these things that are needed. So I just went ahead and clicked on that. Here's unlocked, getting your estimate. So it's going to tell me about how much on my repairs. Ooh. This is a full gut. This is actually not a full gut, so we'll remove that from the list. But the roof needs to be replaced. That's about $15,000 in this location. Windows, $12,000. Exterior paint. Man, this is really expensive. This is an expensive location, man. Flooring, okay, I don't really need flooring too much. Maybe a little bit of work there. HVAC I don't actually need, so we can remove that. Okay, cool. According to this, my costs about $50,000. Total estimated cost, about $50,000. How much did I put up here? Ooh, okay. Well, I guess I need to go to the higher cost, which means I can only buy this property for about $200,000. So there you have it. We've gone through the entire process of using CompGPT on today's edition of Buy Box Live. We've made some calls to agents in Honolulu. Well, not Honolulu, but Maui. So there you have it. And yeah, you've seen me go through how to use CompGPT. Other questions? Anything else? Any other things we can do? What is wholesale.com? What is, I don't know what wholesale.com is. TheWholesaleAtlas.com I know. And TheAtlas.com I know. And if you go to buybox live.com, right? It's on this side. You go to buyboxlive.com. Why is it doing what? Come on, move it to that side. Here we go. Perfect. Right? You go here and you click on, so in fact, I'll just close this because this is getting on my nerves. Right. This will tell you my buy box, which is pretty much all of this. But guess what? I'm adding Maui, Hawaii to it. My buy box. Some links, right? It also shows you, hey, some of these are paid, some are free. You can make calls using open phone like I use. You can also find leads and underwrite your properties. Your leads, underwrite them and before making the call, or maybe even after making the call. As you see, sometimes you don't need to underwrite before calling. You can underwrite after. You find an agent that's awesome to work with, and like, okay, cool, let me just go ahead and underwrite this deal, give you the actual numbers that I'm willing to buy this property for. And then a bunch of other free stuff, sample calls with rapidjv.com. And then once you've got a deal in the contract, you can list it. So that gives you a link there. And if you want to buy properties with me, yeah, you can do that too. We buy properties here over at sharedequityplan.com. Sharedequityplan.com. Basically talks about, hey, let's buy properties together, subject to. So wants to do that stuff as well. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. Can I repeat what? Go to buyboxlive.com. Buyboxlive.com and just click on the share button. This one here, the bottom, share. It'll take you to stuff that you can have. Now, you click on that, it's going to show you, oh yeah, that's going to take you to the Wholesale Atlas. You can sign up. There's a $20 version, and then there's some other versions. You can sign up for those things. Okay? Get a lot of help that's really useful for underwriting the tools and stuff like that. That gets you to the wholesaleatlas.com like I was using. as you saw, I can save properties, I can underwrite properties, I can call agents and sellers and stuff like that, from the information in here when I click on analyze. Makes it real easy to work the numbers. But I will also tell you that if you check out my buy box and you find me an awesome property in this general location, as far west as Las Vegas, as far east as the middle of Texas, the middle of Florida, I should say, northeast Florida, or maybe even southeast Georgia, and you find me a property for less than 15,000, less than 10,000, especially, whether it is subject to or seller fi, then I would probably buy it. Now, why do I do that? Why do I do that? Well, I much prefer to buy 10 properties for $10,000 each than one property for $100,000. Okay? It's called diversification. If something happens to that one property for 100,000, no matter how lucrative it is, no matter how much of a deal it is, all that stuff, something happens to that one property, all of a sudden I've lost all my money for that month or the few months after that, whatever. Can't have that. Have to diversify. Have to diversify. Now, the other things I mentioned are with the shared equity plan as well. If you want to buy properties with me, if you go to shared equity plan, I think I'll drop you the video. I'll send you the video where I talk through, I basically talk through all of this, okay? But it helps you understand what a subject to is. What is a subject to? Well, conventionally, somebody's selling a property, they don't have enough equity to cover all the sales, so they have to come out of pocket conventionally. This is an example, right? Sometimes they do have enough, but they're still losing money. But here, this is what we do. We can help them pay the arrears. They've already missed mortgage payments and stuff like that. We can bring them back up to speed, make sure they don't go into foreclosure, help them through that process with the subject to, getting the property using a trust, making sure the real estate agent still gets paid, all that stuff. But I like to go one step further and actually help them instead of walking away with saving money and not having to spend money, and other people are like, yay, I got this property for $0 down to the seller. Guess what? That sucks. I hate that. I want my sellers to be happy to sell to me. And I do that by sharing equity with them going forward. We'll joint venture, we'll acquire the property together. The agent is also welcome to be part of that. You as a wholesaler, if you plan to become a buyer at some point anyway, you want to be talking about, hey, I'm trying to add to my portfolio, then you too can add to your portfolio if you are a buyer with me. So you find me a nice property in my buy box for $10,000, and you can join me. Instead of me paying you cash up front, you can become a buyer too. If you're going to be buying anyway, might as well start now. And at exit, everybody gets paid. Everybody gets paid. Which of course, and here I talk about what happens if you just have cash. But I'll drop the video. You can see it. What happens if you just keep cash? Cash, not necessarily the best idea, but not financial advice. But if you want cash, fine, whatever. I basically keep the money. But if you do take equity, then I'm actually giving you money out of my pocket later on. But I don't mind. It's not like I need so much of it. Not like I need so much of it. It's all good. It's all good. So there you have it. I'm gonna give you the video so talks through all of that. And for people who don't understand subject to, it's very complicated or whatever, I think this video also helps you understand that as well. There is an affiliate link for Wholesale Atlas. Wow, just discovered it. I'm telling you that. Look, I am here to serve. I am here to help. I'm helping you find all kinds of awesome things. There is an affiliate link. Yes. So let's see. I want to understand subject to. Subject Shoot. Instead of the all right, there you have it. So here to serve, here to help. And in the process, yeah, sure. If you can find me a great property, it means we're multiplying. We're multiplying our efforts, and I don't have to make a million calls, especially if somebody's already making 30 calls a day, like somebody I'm talking to right now. So they made 30 calls today. Are you kidding me? Man, if only I was able to do that. I made probably 5 calls. So let's say I want cash for the first 2 properties and equity for all the others. Will that be possible with you? Of course, of course, of course, of course. You can get cash up front. But I will say this, right? Remember, typically what happens is you expect to get $10,000. I don't know where this number came from, but a lot of people just expect whatever property they're wholesaling, they expect to get $10,000. Okay, cool, cool. But guess what? If you have somebody else who is doing the dispo, like going through that closing process, which is a pain, trust me, um, going through that entire process and all that stuff, they typically take 40%, which means your 10K is now down to 6K. And guess what? If you've got a joint venture partner that helps you get this property sold, then they typically take 50% of what you get once, after the dispo, which means you get 3K. That's where this 3K comes from. I mean, one of the places. The other place is I really hate the idea of me doing wholesaling or me working with wholesalers or me making calls and all of that stuff, and I'm paying them $10,000, to do something that you see me do, with ease like this. If it's an awesome deal, it's an awesome property, and 3% works. So if it's a $300,000 property, then yeah, maybe whatever 3% of that is, maybe that's where you get your 10K from. Something like that, but it's got to be an awesome deal. I don't like the idea of just giving money away that way. But if you help me get an awesome entry, a really low cost to a property, then yeah, I'd love to share the equity with you, and you can still get that money. In fact, you can get more than it. Right? My ideal exit is 4x. At 4x, your 3K is actually more than 10K. So if you're willing to do that with me. But like you said, you want cash up front? Okay, cool, no problem. You want to give up 12K? Okay, whatever, fine. I'll keep it. I'll put it in my pocket like I show over here. On the right hand side is if you got cash up front, that's cash up front and you're done. And maybe you put it in the bank and over time it drops in value or whatever, right? Thanks to inflation. But you get equity, or you're going to invest. Let's say you got 3K and you're like, ooh, I just got 3K. I'm not going to spend it. I'm going to invest it. Invest it in what? Hopefully real estate. What real estate property are you going to buy for 3K? Literally, that's what we're doing here. Is you're partnering with me to buy that property. It's as if you took 3K cash and then turned around and invested it. You're literally doing the same thing. And again, our goal is an exit just on an 80K exit, right? 80K difference. The loan hasn't been totally paid off or anything like that. We just need to get it down to, let's say, about 80K, and all of a sudden we're at a 4x exit. Not bad. So you're with some, I wouldn't call it an expert, you're with some experienced people in the game. Put it that way. Have experience. We love math. We know how to do these numbers and stuff like that. We know how to underwrite, and we try very hard to find properties that are going to be cash flowing, so we're not losing money. We are investors, right? We're not losing money, and we're helping the person who's selling the property. They're trying to sell the property. Nobody's buying because it doesn't cash flow or whatever, the way that, that people underwrite it, or not enough, or, whatever's wrong with it. Nobody's buying the property, and they're still having to pay more the mortgage, or they're going to go into foreclosure because they're not paying the mortgage, right? All of these things. In the case of a Sellify, again, they're probably asking too much and nobody wants to buy the property. Fine, we'll buy the property, but just give us time to pay it back, please. So that when the property value goes up a little bit, then eventually we can sell it and you can get all the money that you wanted. Okay? You want $200,000, but the market says your property is worth $150,000. Well, if we give you that $200,000 over time, it's almost as if you waited the 5 years or whatever number of years it's going to take for it to become a $200,000 property and sold it then. But you're just, we're paying you that money that it would, eventually be worth in the future. We're just starting to pay you now. That's pretty much all we're doing. So Sellify should be a really easy sell for people who really want to sell a property and stop worrying about the fact that the property is just sitting there and nobody's in the property or whatever. You don't want any tenants or anything. You just want your cash, and you don't. Come on now. Let's work together. Let's find a solution for you. That's what we're here for. I am a solution provider. That's what I do. I am an engineer. If you haven't heard, I am an engineer coming to this real estate game. I'm like, when I see a problem, my brain just goes, how can I fix this? I saw a problem where people were like, I want to make, like, I just saw this message. I saw it just now. I was responding to it. That was the last thing I just saw that I was responding to. Someone's like, ooh, I need money. And then I'm going to eventually buy properties. That's basically what I just heard. They want cash for their first few deals, and then they want to, turn around and become investors. Okay, I get that. This was a problem. Everybody's telling me that, right? I'm a wholesaler, but I want to make enough money so I can eventually become a buyer. And I'm like, okay, this is a problem. As an engineer, how do I fix this? Well, you can get equity now, and you can buy properties with me, right? Today, you can start becoming a buyer. Stop sitting around hoping and praying that any kind of property sells, that some other buyer comes along and buys these properties. Because the other problem I saw, because again, I see problems and I find solutions for them. People saying, yeah, I'm going to buy your property. Yeah, I'll go on the contract. Yeah. All that stuff, and then they walk away. Like, I thought I had a buyer. I thought it was going to close. I thought. Guess what? When I say I'm going to buy a property, I try very hard to buy it. I work by numbers. If everything looks good, I go and I try very hard to buy this property. Something has to be very drastic after I've said I'm going to buy something for me to walk away. So I help you underwrite. Buy Box Live, that's one of the things we're here for. Help you know what is a really good deal. And then beyond that, we're solving problems for sellers and potentially buyers. I mean, if we've got some buyers, you want to come on here and let us know how we can help you find some great properties, we can help you. Dude is like, he's happy with any K. I'm happy with any K. That any K part is just, 1K, 2K, 3K. Because he's just, same thing, right? He's trying to get a property under contract and get it fully sold so that he can get an assignment. So anyway, wow. So we've had some fun today. Started a little bit early. Some people might not think so, but trust me, this is once again another long live, because I started even before this live went live. Before this video started recording, I was talking with folks and answering questions and helping them through their own properties, their underwriting. So feel free to check us out. This link down here goes to youtube.com/buyboxlive. Another thing I'm very proud of. And when you get there, I'm not asking you to pay anything. You can watch the videos. I already have a bunch of stuff there that I've done. I have this awesome video, 7 views, not too many people. One of those or 2 of those was probably me. So 5 people have viewed this video. But That was is it the deal? Where's the other one? 9 views on the intro. But my intro basically says, hey, everything I'm doing, this is entertainment. This is fun for me. I'm just having conversations. I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm talking to agents, having great conversations with them, different things like that. But it's not advice. You can do what you want. You can take it away and learn something from what I'm doing, or come up get some ideas from what I'm doing or whatever. But I'm not telling you to do anything. You do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to do anything. Just entertainment, just fun for me. Fun times, fun times. End of the day, fun times. What time is it, Mr. Wolf? Man, not too bad. Let's take another look at some other properties, ladies and gentlemen. So, did I make this call? I don't know if I did. Nicole, yeah, I think I did actually. I left a message from Nicole. I remember that. Yep. Maybe a bit. All right, let's find another one. Got plenty of time. Thursday afternoon. This one looks very nice. I like this property. Smart. Look at that. Not too bad area, but these guys, someone bought it. What? She was the listing agent and the buying agent? What? Oh, that is next level. That is next level. Don't even have to go and ask ChatGPT to help me find this phone number. Let's make the call. In the burn zone. Uh-oh. Wow. Welcome to politics. Not political advice.
Hi, this is Lynn. Sorry I missed your call. If you have an urgent message, please text me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Clinton from BuyBoxLive.com. It's not an urgent message, so I'm going ahead and leaving a message here. But I'd love to talk with you about a property that was recently sold. It looks like bought and sold with your help. So you, I think, are an expert, my lady, and I would like to speak with you about similar property in the local area. If you can give me a call back at your convenience, I'd appreciate it. Thanks very much, and have a great day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Not too many. It's funny. It's a small knit communities. I'm sure there are not too many people located here. Properties right there, properties on the beach, properties about to fall in, all that stuff. Not much land. That property sold. $500,000. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, you have it. So, what else do we have? What else is new? Nothing new. Nothing new there. Nothing new here. Refresh. Nope, nothing new there. All good. So what am I doing? Just the same old, same old. Trying to make an awesome deal with everybody involved. Mm-hmm. Okay, who was this? Who was this? Let's go back to this one. Yep. Da da da. Da 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 da. All right. Notes. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's make it challenging. Who likes a challenge?
Oh, this is Justin Shaw. Please leave me a voicemail or send me a text and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Clinton. I'm calling from buyboxlive.com. I am a buyer and I'm looking at properties in the area. I wonder if you can give me a call back at your convenience. Thanks very much. Take care. Mm-mm. Okay, well, lots of messages. At least we were able to speak with Shaw today. One awesome call. One in many. Ooh, one in many. And we shall leave it for now. Multi-million dollar properties. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I love these kinds of views. The ocean view is so awesome. Island life with nice tropical air is so awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Some people like snow. Nice. Hello. This is Clinton, and you're on buyboxlive.com. How may I help you? Can you hear me okay? Hello? Oh, no, that is too funny. He's like, oh, man. Let me go back. Call ended. That was a call going out. This is a call coming in. Maybe. So this is the last call I did. Not going to pick up again, are you? All right, well, thank you for that.
Hello, this is Justin Shaw. Please leave me a voicemail or send me a text and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Okay. Hung up. Not interested. I don't know what just happened. It went to voicemail and then clicked off. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I know what just happened. I think he blocked me because I don't think I've ever had a phone number blocked while I was trying to make a message. So that's my guess is what happened. No worries, sir. No worries, sir. Um, Hey, everything happens on these calls, right? Everything happens on these calls. Like I said, it's okay. Next year, 5 years from now, and you all are looking back like, man, he's the richest person in the world. How did he do it? It's on YouTube. What happened? Well, that one guy hung up on him, and he was like, you know what? I think I'll just go ahead and call some other people. And I will make them money and make myself some money. All good, sir. Good luck. No problems. No problems. Good luck with your life, sir. And we're good there. We're good there. All right. Back into the community. I think this was an awesome, awesome live. Yes, they recorded. Guess where they recorded, sir? Where would you think? Where would they be recorded? Where would you be able to find these recordings? Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. Discord. Discord? No. I don't think I've seen any recordings in Discord. I know there's some other servers that do share recordings in Discord, but that's like an extra step. But guess what? Buyboxlive.com. You go to buyboxlive.com, there's a link right at the bottom. Right there. Right there. You want recordings? Look, right there. Right there. I am currently live, in fact. Live, and y'all are seeing me getting rejected. You tell someone, hey, I'm on a live show here. I am showing people how easy it is to make a phone call and make a sale where you buy a property or you sell a property or something, right? Talking to an agent. What happens when that happens? When a transaction happens, an agent gets paid. When a ding goes off, an agent gets paid. When a bell goes off, an angel gets their wings. But when a ding goes off, an agent gets paid. And some agents are like, you know what, cool. I'm just having a conversation. I'm not giving out any personal information. I already have my information on the internet for people to call me. My name, my phone, where I work, where I, generally speaking, where I live, because um, most agents work in a specific location pretty close to where they live, right? What can I tell you? And someone's like, oh no, someone is talking to me and they told me they're on a live show. I'm going to block them. Okay, guess, look, hey, you don't want to get paid by me or the people that I work with. You don't want to get paid by me buying a property or selling a property. Okay, cool. No worries. No worries. Enjoy your life, sir. It's okay. And it happened live, ladies and gentlemen. Live. This is what happens. This is what happens. I wonder if that's a viral moment. Ooh, that might be a viral moment. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll make a note. Today's live is nice. All right, all good. So, what else is new? Y'all need anything? My guy LeBron is in the house. Which LeBron? Oh no. He's typing what he left. Oh no, he said thanks and left. Okay. Someone else is typing. All good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end my live over in buyboxlive.com. Thank you once again for a great live. This was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Got some nice general purpose content out of it. And someone blocked me. Man, that's gonna be fun. Tell people about it. Extra, hear all about it. Someone blocked me as I was trying to make some money with